Welcome back. It is the request that every parent will get at some point in life from the kids. Can we get a pet? And when they look at you with those eyes, we all know it can be so hard to say no, or maybe it's not that hard. But we also know that pet ownership is about more than cuddles and playtime. It's a lot of work too. So how do you know if the kids are ready? Jeanine Bobenmoyer from the CityMoms is here with more. I mean, they look at you with the eyes and you think maybe should we, but you are not trying to create more work on yourself as a parent. And so I think age probably has a lot to do with this. But what do you think? When is a good time for parents if their kids are asking for a pet?
Yeah, I mean, pets obviously are a huge addition to family life and can be such a blessing, but there are some tips that we definitely want to talk through. And the first one is definitely understanding that a pet is a long-term commitment. This isn't something that you're going to just have for a weekend and it's cute and cuddly and you grab photos and then you're done. Like there's definitely like some history that you're going to be building with this.
Yes. Okay. So when kids are asking what should families think about before they're saying yes, obviously, you know, you're thinking about the kind of dog you would get. And I love what you're saying, the time commitment.
Yeah, time commitment. You want to sit down with your family and discuss needs because I think some of the most critical things are going to be dogs and cats definitely are high daily care. There's a lot involved. There's being outside, setting them outside, maybe taking them for walks, feeding them regularly throughout the day. And then we have small pets, definitely going to be lower maintenance. These are your fish and your hamsters and something a little bit smaller, maybe a guinea pig.
But still a commitment.
Still a commitment, yes, absolutely. The other things that you want to also be considering are allergies. So I'll tell you from my family of 4, 2 of my family members are allergic to cats, and yet a cat adopted us. So we have, you know, we needed to really kind of think through what that looked like for our family. So allergies are really going to be key too. And a kind of one of those last things is going to be cost.
Yes.
Because pets do cost money. There's cost involved with vet care. There's cost involved with food. So a lot of things that you want to discuss as a family first.
Absolutely. Don't get me started with costs, because in 2025, they're hitting you over the head for everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Not just the regular stuff. Okay, we know, you think about dog food and vet visits, but what about when you go out of town?
Yes.
That's an added cost depending on how long you stay. It could be hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars depending on your length of stay or the size of the dog. You pay more for even larger dogs. I could go on and on about this one, because it's all these hidden costs that you don't really think of. And even if you have pet insurance, that doesn't cover enough, in my opinion.
Well, and pet insurance alone is another cost that you need to consider.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about kind of pet too, and I'm thinking, okay, if you do decide a dog, well, not all dogs are the same. Now we have to talk about what kind of dog, right? Because some dogs are running and other dogs probably nap a little bit more than others.
Right.
So that can be a tough one. Okay.
Important factor, definitely, like you were just saying, is what is your family's lifestyle?
Yes.
That's going to be really critical. Active families really might thrive with a dog. Maybe that's a pet that they can take out for constant walks. Maybe you're considering hiking together with that pet.
I like that.
Busy parents, so say that your family is made up of 2 parents who are either traveling a lot or are working quite a bit. They might benefit more from a low maintenance pet like a fish, because there might not be that backup of an adult at home that's able to make sure that the pets are getting outside or going for those walks.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about realistic ways to involve kids in pet care. And so you've already started touching on some things.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly they're like, oh, we're gonna walk them and feed them and do all that. But we need you to do that. We also need you to clean up the poop. We also need you to clean the dog bowls out and wipe around. Yeah, clean the cage. That's hard and not fun for anyone. And so I'm also thinking about age range too. So, but at the end of the day, they always say it's the parent that's adopting the pet. Don't think it's your kid's pet.
Yeah, I mean,
what's your advice for this?
Well, kids can absolutely help, and giving them those age-appropriate tasks are really going to help with pet ownership. So we have up on screen right now some pet chores that kids can help with.
Okay.
Think about ages 3 to 5. So even though they're younger and smaller, they can still refill a water bowl. Water might end up on the floor a little bit more than you're hoping, but hey, the idea is there. They can help brush pets. They can carry treats. For age 6 to 9, we're looking at getting them up leveled a little bit more into the meals. So it can be a responsibility that they remember there need to be meals fed to the pets morning and evening. They can help scoop out litter. They can help clean cages, and they can definitely go for walks with the parent and the pet. Tweens, so, a little bit older, kind of that 8 to 11, independent feeding and walking definitely are something that tweens can handle.
Yes.
If not even grooming.
Yes.
And then teens, certainly. Now we're talking about some help with medications. Maybe it's that monthly flea medicine that the teens can be responsible for.
And remember, I said the poop in the backyard.
Yes, that's
Nobody
a great
wants
one.
to sign up for that, and somebody has to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, or vet visit help.
Okay.
So lots of things that your kids can be doing to help. And, I think one other mention that I just wanted to say is if you aren't able to care for a pet right now, or you just want to maybe do a test drive, there are some great foster pet programs out in the community that you can try out as well.
I love that. I just really hope people, because I had an adopted dog growing up, I really hope people really think about just what their lifestyle would end up looking like with this dog. And I love what you said about the long-term commitment. I mean, you're committing to maybe 15 years or more if you're lucky.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Our cat is going on 16, so we've got a sassy old lady at home. And you're right. That age they can be a lot older even than that.
Okay, clearly so much to keep in mind. One other thing people should think about is whether or not they're going to adopt a pet over buying a pet at the pet store. There could be some benefits to adopting one.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so fortunate in the Indianapolis area too to have the Humane Society here. So wonderful spot where you can adopt from. The nice thing about the Humane Society is they offer volunteer programs, so a parent and a child can do that. It's a nice way to start getting familiar with the pets that are available for adoption. And if you do decide that you want to adopt, making a family date of it to go and evaluate kind of the pets, and again, sort of just see who fits into maybe your family lifestyle or your family dynamic is a wonderful way to see, to kind of consider adoption.
Yeah.
The Humane Society does allow their potential adoptive families to take dogs out for a walk or to get cats out and kind of just play with them a little bit.
I love that.
Really nice way to trial.
Because it's kind of like dating in a sense. You're
Yes.
trying to see.
Little speed date.
Yeah, what animal could be a fit for your family? Because
Exactly.
you think, oh, let's get a dog. Well, there are lots of different dogs, but also they come with their own personalities too.
Absolutely.
Awesome, important things to keep in mind. Jeanine, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We have more on the City Moms, Jeanine at the City Moms, at WTHR.com/Parent Squad. Stay with us, more ahead.